Greetings Legionnaires, this is Iron Duke and welcome to another reveal video where I will be bringing you the 1,000 Suns of the Galaxy in Flames. No, not the 1,000 Suns. Really? Missed opportunity there. Come on Everguild. You could have played that one up. But anyway, alright, not 1,000 Suns this week. We are having Ultramarines, the boys in blue, and today we've got 2 commons and a legendary. So, I don't know if you can hear it outside. It is thundering down, it is pouring with rain, and I'm not sure how it's going to pick up on the audio, but let's be honest, you're not here for that anyway, you're here for some cards. So, let's just jump into it. Alright, right off the bat we got ourselves the Cerean Squad, or the Cerean Squad. A 2-2 for 2, which is below average these days. Any 2-2 for 2 needs a pretty good ability to actually be worthwhile playing. This one has Courage. Put in play 1 Cerean Squad. We've seen a very similar effect before in the Word Bearers. I believe the Zezugal squad brings in the same amount of power and toughness, 4 power, 4 toughness, 4 2 energy, and that sees play in a lot of Word Bearers decks. Difference being here, this is not a rally. This is a courage, and that doesn't always trigger. So sometimes you're not getting this. Sometimes you're just putting down a 2-2 for 2 and a completely blank text box, which is not what you want to be using in your deck, really. It's a high ceiling of 4 strength and 4 toughness for only 2 energy, but it's a low floor of being a 2-2 for 2, which is, as I said, with no text box, that's unplayable. And the 2-drop slot for Ultramarines is already pretty packed with troops that come in and deliver value. Got the Rally one, which gives a +1 to a friendly troop, and the one which buffs itself with the Courage, and they've got a similar number of stats for the same cost. You got the one which replaces itself with the Courage ability, and yeah, basically, do you really want to be playing this one? If you're already playing one of those, maybe this replaces it in your deck, particularly when you see the card I've got coming up later, which would synergize a little bit with this. Other than that, there's not a lot of synergy, but we'll take a look at that card later. First of all, Saviour of Calth, a 4 energy tactic, which does draw 2 Astartes from your deck, and more than that, give them Survivor 1, and as a Salamanders player, Survivor 1 is amazing. Just that single point of Survivor forces the enemy to take 2 attacks to deal with your troop, unless they destroy it or jam it, but that's, still, you force them to do that. Whereas, yeah, right now, you're having a strong troop with Survivor 1 on it, 2 attacks is what it's going to take to get it off the board. Also, if you've got healing in your deck or anything like this, it means that you can usually trigger Survivor and heal them back up again, whereas otherwise you might have to, you attack in and die and then no chance to heal. Survivor 1, that single point of Survivor is fantastic. This is actually better than some of the other draw 2 whatevers from your deck and give them +1 attack or something, or we've seen a few like that. Because it's Survivor, this is much better. So, really like this card. Any deck which could benefit from drawing Astartes from your deck, yeah, the Astartes are also going to benefit from having Survivor 1, so why not? It'd only be the most aggro of aggro decks that never wants to slow down that wouldn't want to play this. And I don't think that's where Ultramarines are. But, alright, so, those are the 2 common cards. I've also been given a legendary. Let's take a look at that one. It is Sons of Ultramar. Every Legion has been given a mission for this ongoing expansion, and this is the Ultramarine mission. The mission: put an Astartes in play 8 times. This is a really good mission to have. For starters, 8, not that many. You're putting 8 troops in play over the course of a game quite easily, I'm imagining. I reckon you can get this done by turn 6. 5, 6, yeah, probably 6. But yeah, putting Astartes in play, that's what you're doing all game anyway. Ultramarines, a lot of their, in fact, I'd say most of their good troops are Astartes, so you're not going to change much about how you play, I don't think. And that's the best kind of mission, one that doesn't even force you to play a different playstyle. And not only that, this particular mission, it's all up to you. The enemy cannot interrupt you in any way. Some of the other missions have, just keep a troop in play at the start of your turn. Yeah, the enemy can interrupt that. They can see you're playing the Imperial Fist mission and you're putting down front lines. They can snipe off your front lines and interfere with your mission. But with this one, it's all up to you. So, what do you get for this reward? You get a Master of Hosts. Your warlord gains resolution. Put in play 1 censured squad. So in other words, from the moment you play this card, at the end of every turn, you're getting a censured squad, which, if you've forgotten, is a 3/4, 3 strength, 4 toughness troop with the battle honor, create a random practical in your hand. So, decent troop to have, and getting at the end of every turn means that you'll, as soon as you play this, you're going to start building up a board presence that the enemy just really has to deal with, or they're going to get overwhelmed very quickly. It's not as overwhelmingly game-breaking as some of the other missions, or rather the rewards for the missions, but I think this is a pretty easy mission to trigger. The mission is play the game, and after a while you will get the reward. There's almost no Ultramarines deck I can think of that doesn't play tons of Astartes troops, and hey, both the cards we revealed today would help trigger this off, because the first one, you get two pings on your mission straight away, and the second one, you're pulling more Astartes out of your deck, ready to play. So yeah, really good mission, I think. Some of them have been either the mission is too difficult and therefore you're never going to get there, you're wasting your time, or the payoff, the reward is too weak. This is alright, a new troop every single turn, that's hard to deal with. It's not immediately game winning. You're not putting down bloodthirsty +1 troops or whatever the World Eaters one does. But this is going to grind your opponent out, and there's not going to be a lot they can do about it, because 3/4 is a decent troop to get every single turn, and that's for free for the rest of the game. So I might, if I was to get this card, I might even play this mission, because it's so simple, and it just is play the game, continue playing Astartes, and that's what you're doing anyway. That's the name of the game. Alright, so what's your favourite card from the reveals? What do you think of the mission? Is it going to be any good? And what do you think of the 2 commons? Would you be playing either of them in your deck? Would the 2-drop replace another 2-drop that you might otherwise be using? Would the 4-energy tactic, is that worth it to get a bit of more card draw, a bit of guaranteed Astartes and troops in your hand, and even buff them up with a bit of Survivor? Let me know. Let's talk in the Discord, talk in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Hooroo!